All right, so I found this article from News Channel 8, Tampa, Florida. Disney World Christmas Vacation, how much would it cost for a family of four? So I wanted to do a little research just based on what input they provided and see what the actual cost was. I know a lot of people travel to Disney World during the holidays and it can be a very expensive time to go there. So wanted to scan through this article and just see what recommendations they may have. So um, pretty standard, talking about, you know, what are the single day, one park ticket for Florida residents and others. Um, as we all know, 109, that's where they start. That does not take into account time of year and demand, which they do a flexible pricing. So, more demand, higher tickets are going to be. Um, so, a single day, Christmas Day, is currently $169.34. So, starting to get pretty expensive. So I want to take what they have in this article, put it into the actual Disney World planning tool, and see what we got. So this is family of four, December 19th through Christmas Day, which is kind of an odd day to check out, but we'll go ahead and use that one. It also assumes everyone's over 10, so everyone will need an adult standard ticket, no park hopper, so lowers the cost a little bit. But as we all know, if you've looked at Disney ticket prices, they are what they are. So you're not really going to save any money on ticket prices. They go down the longer you stay there, but it's really hard to find ways to actually save on the ticket prices anymore unless you live in Florida. So the total, and they're also saying you'd go every day. Normally, that first day and last day is more of a travel day, and I wouldn't recommend going every day during a whole week. You actually need some time to relax. So maybe taking at least one or two non-park days would help. So they also looked at All-Star Music, Art of Animation, Coronado Springs, just to see what was available. So for the seven days that they looked at, All-Star Music was the least expensive, $1,934. Grand Floridian, which you would expect, is over $8,000 for the same time period. Now, what they don't include is, um, off-site resort. So we'll take a look at that as well. So let's head to Walt Disney World and see what their planning tool has. So same parameters, 1 week, two adults, two children, everyone's over 10. So let's view rates. And this is live as of November 13th. So if you watch this later, it's going to change, but no matter when you're looking, kind of the same parameters will apply. Okay, so let's see what it says. So as of right now, Pop Century is still available, Port Orleans, Animal Kingdom still available, All Star Movies. So as you can see, and no thanks. So you've got from 248. There's one for 221. Yeah, there's Grand Floridian. So let's just say you want to take, because if you're going to stay in the Grand Floridian, you're probably not looking for videos of how to save money while you travel. So let's start at All Star Music. So this is a value resort. So we'll see what the prices are based on that. All right. So for standard room, 4 adults, you're not going to get anything fancy here. It's what you'd expect at a value resort. It's going to be very similar to value type hotels that you would find anywhere else. So we'll select that, and then we'll start to get some options around ticketing. So tickets, it gives you the option. It's going to default to a ticket every day, which that's what they had suggested. I would actually suggest not going every single day. There are lots of different options you can do. So you could spend a day resort hopping. You could go to Disney Springs. You could do things like the water parks or mini golf. So there's a lot of other things that you can do without going to the parks every single day. So I would actually recommend probably probably 5 day, between 4 and 5 days. So we'll go with 5 day. So as you can see, that adds quite a bit of cost. The 1505.04, that's with no ticket. That's just the hotel stay, and then adding 5 days at the park adds a lot of cost to it. So 39.15.22. We're not going to add in the park hoppers, and it'll break that down. So what it would add in total plus per ticket. So if you want to know that, also the Genie Plus service, which it doesn't default to including that. It's like the dining plan, so you can either add that or not add it. We're going in December. We'll have a better view of it after that. It's kind of hit or miss. Some people love it. Some people prefer not to have it. So as you can see, that's the subtotal, and that's staying at the least expensive resort, one of the all-star resorts. So which tickets are going to be the same. So let's look off-site and see, can we bring that total down? All right, so going over to kayak.com, which I like using Kayak because it has a pretty neat feature. Even if you don't book through Kayak, book through Hotwire or hotels.com, Kayak I like because you can go to the calendar tool and it's going to give you where the prices stand for that day. So if we just click off of this and change it, we'll just change it so we can see that week. So the week starts off pretty cheap, and of course it gets higher price the closer you get to Christmas, and then this next week is really expensive compared to all the weeks around it. So we'll select the 19th through the 25th just to line up with same exercise, same parties, same ages. I put it to as close to Magic Kingdom as they can find, so we'll let them look around. Okay, so it's starting to find some properties, which there are quite a few. Sorting by distance, so closer you get, as you can see, it's going to give us a few Disney options. So contemporary, which $954 not really what we're looking for. But here you've got Omni Orlando Resort at Champions Gate, $188. You've got Resident Inn by Marriott, $209. Fairfield by Marriott Inn and Suites, $121. It's going to throw in some more of the Disney resorts because they haven't completely booked, so they will add those to the third-party booking sites. Candlewood Suites, $156. Hilton Orlando, and that's going to be right by Disney Springs. So based on this, and we had chosen All Stars, which is going to be very comparable to more like Candlewood Suites, or Hilton's actually probably going to be a little nicer than the room we selected through Disney. So let's just look at the Hilton Orlando, see what that total would be. So we're looking at total price. Now they're going to add probably some fees. Doesn't include taxes, but significantly cheaper than staying on site. And as you can see on the map, so Hilton Orlando Buena Vista is going to be very close to Disney Springs. So you're actually pretty much right there by Disney Springs. So you could walk there just in a couple minutes and utilize Disney transportation. So that's just one way to look at the different options, and start with Kayak, and it will direct you in other places because this actually sends us to Travel Up. But from what I found, Kayak is a good place to start. So as you can see, you're not really going to save money on tickets, but definitely there is an option to save on your hotel accommodations. Now this does not take into account you don't have Magical Express, which as of that week will still be running, but once we cross over into 2022, Magical Express won't be an option. So I think that's really going to open up offsite. If you're going to have to pay for transportation from the airport anyway, you may be able to save a significant amount of money just by staying at one of the resorts that is, within walking distance to Disney Springs.